Hi, it's Anitra from The Crafty Musician. Today, I'm going to share with you 20 engaging content ideas you can use for your music newsletter. The first idea is to run a contest. It's a great way to interact and promote engagement across all platforms. And the really cool thing about contests is that you can base the requirements on whatever you need at the moment. For example, if you need more subscribers on YouTube, you can send them over to YouTube, and that's how they enter into the contest. You can give away things like a free T-shirt, or free song that you write for someone, a free album, or a free concert, maybe a free one-on-one, things like that. So just be creative, and the contest is a great way to go. The other thing you can write about is the results from that contest. Now, this is going to guarantee opens and participation on the next contest because, hey, people want to know if they're a winner, and then also it'll give them incentive to join in next time. I'm sure you get a lot of questions while you're out and about talking about you being an artist, so go ahead and write all those questions down and answer them in a newsletter. 9 times out of 10, your fans are going to want to know those answers as well. If you took video and pictures from your last show and it was really awesome, go ahead and share that in a newsletter. Speaking of videos and pictures, you can also share blooper reels, behind the scenes photos, and never before seen. Spend some time highlighting a fan. If someone made an impact on your music, or if they did something really cool at a show, highlight them in your next newsletter. Songs. You're a songwriter, you're a musician, you're a performer, you have songs. There are a lot of things you can do about sharing your song, like talking about the meaning behind it, where you got it from, what the inspiration was. You can even write a song about a recent controversial topic. You can write a song about a parody of a mainstream song and just share it specifically with your fans. There are so many things you can do with your songs. So just get creative and spend some time really kind of getting into the meat of who you are as a musician and include that in your newsletters. Host a one-time year-end big sale event. Make it a huge event. Talk about everything you have in your store and why they might want it. Another thing you can do with merchandise is launch a new item. You can talk about why you're adding it to your catalog, what the inspiration is behind it, and how your fans might be able to incorporate it into their lifestyle and things like that. Get into the holiday spirit. Talk about what you're doing for the holidays, or what you did for that matter. Also, if you have any charities or causes near and dear to your heart, include that in your communication with your fans. Talk about what you're doing with your charity and how they can get involved. I, for one, have had a lot of interesting experiences while on the road or doing music. I'm sure you have too. Talk about that in your newsletter. Your fans are following you because they want to get a glimpse into what it's like being you. They want to know about being a musician and being on the road, and they love that. I mean, they eat that kind of stuff up. So share that kind of stuff with them in your newsletters. And speaking of experiences, I'm sure you also have a lot of lessons learned and things that you can take away from the experiences that you have had. Don't be afraid to share that with your fans as well, because they also want to know about your mistakes and things that you learned along the way, and maybe that can be a teaching moment for them as well. Another idea is to write up a list of anything related to your music and send that as an email, because who doesn't like reading lists? I know I do. And I sent an email out to my fans, and the subject line was, you might be on this list. And I listed out different encounters I had had with my fans who were on the list, and that email got the most opens I had ever received at that time. And my last idea is for when you run out of ideas, ask your fans. Ask them what they want to see from you next. Ask them what they like about your music. You can use this as an opportunity to conduct some research, how they found out about you, so that you can come up with some new marketing strategies. And also ask them for advice. You know, if you have any projects coming up, ask them what they think about certain things about your upcoming projects and things like that. Involve them as much as you can in your music, because that is going to promote engagement and allow them to keep coming back to you and being loyal. The most important thing when it comes to your newsletters is that you have to be consistent, because if you send something out 1 month and then 3 months later you send something out, they're not going to remember you. They're not going to have any type of brand loyalty to you because you're not consistent. and there's nothing you're providing for them that they're going to be looking forward to. So that's the most important thing when it comes to newsletters, is being consistent. The best way to be consistent is to plan out all of your emails for the entire year. That way you can just keep flowing and not have to waste time coming up with things to talk about. I have a special workbook that you can use to plan out all of your email newsletters for the entire year. You can do this in 15 minutes. It's a 1-year email content writing guide, and it includes topics and ideas you can share with your fans for each month of the year. Plus, there's enough space for you to brainstorm all of your ideas in one sitting. So go ahead and check that out. I'm entering the link below in the description box in order for you to get that opt-in. It is a free download. Head on over to thecraftymusician.com, where you can get more advice and tips on how to market and promote your music, as well as how to conduct your music business successfully.